Oh yeah. Get it. Get it. Get it. Oh, thank you for coming to our review for the new Bob Marley movie, One Love. Oh my goodness. I am Shanika Bridges Matthew, founder of Shackles on TV, and you are listening to our review. Let's get into it because I know your time is valuable and you need to go see the movie today. So I want you to hear this and get ready to embark on a soul-stirring journey as we get mesmerized by the soundtrack and get more passion for Bob Marley's music and what he stands for. You're going to be jamming in that movie. So I want to talk about it in detail. So just sit back and relax and let's groove our way through the magic of Bob Marley's timeless masterpiece. So as I stated before, I am Shanika Bridges Matthew, the founder of Shackles Off TV. My husband and I enjoyed watching this movie on Valentine's Day, and I can't wait to share my complete review with you. But before I do that, let's please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Your support will help more amazing people like you discover our content. Now let's discuss our review. So I'm going to provide an in-depth evaluation of the film because that's how you're going to do this film justice. I'm not going to give you any spoilers. I'm going to cover the plot, acting, direction, music, themes, and more. And by the end, I will give you my overall impression and recommendation. So stay tuned for an insightful and comprehensive review. So let's first start talking about the plot and the storyline. So if you know anything about Bob Marley's music, now I wasn't born till 1976, but I've heard his music over the years. And you know that Bob Marley tells a story of love. Famous musician. He was, during the years of 1976 and 78, he was most popular. And the film shows how Marley tried to bring people together in Jamaica by planning a big concert to stop the fighting between political leaders. It also talks about his time in London when he chose to stay there alone, his album Exodus, and his fight with cancer. The movie focuses on Marley's strong bond with his people and his music and how he used his music to make a difference. Now, talking about that, some people who have watched the movie, I was just reading some critic reviews, say that it doesn't tell enough about his politics, religion, or the kind of music he played. And I do think that's true because I didn't really understand where he, the full facts behind where he got his inspiration from, except for a few short scenes where they were flashing back. The movie also has kind of a strange pace with parts that move too quickly and don't explain Marley's music and personal life very well. I agree with that too. Some say the movie doesn't have a clear point of view or anything special, making it feel like a flat biography without much life. A little different from, like the Ray Charles biopic. That one was really dynamic. You really felt like you knew Ray. So let's talk about the acting performance. I think the acting was phenomenal. The performances from the main actors and supporting cast, they're just commendable. The actors did such an excellent job of portraying what happened. You felt like you was back with the actors. The actor who played, I'm looking down on my tablet so I won't say his name wrong, who played Bob Marley, his name is Kingsley Ben-Adir. And I don't think I've seen him before in a movie. I don't think I have. I could be wrong. And I have to go back through his IMDb. But he did that. He really, made us feel, and he kind of, favors him a little bit. And then you have Lashana Lynch, which I believe I saw her in several movies. I do remember one of the Marvel movies she plays in. I think it was Captain Marvel. I think that's one of the ones I first saw her in. But she was just as phenomenal. And they really carried that movie. Everybody did a great job. But these are the people that really stood out. Like, I want to say it's Oscar worthy. Now, I'm not sure if they were nominated for an Oscar or not. But, honey, they did it. They did what they came to do. They played their position very, very well. Okay, so They did bring authenticity, excuse me for that, to their roles. And again, even with the accents, you know, I'm not Caribbean or anything like that, but I do know a lot of people from the Caribbean. My husband's family is from the Caribbean, and I do know a lot of people from Jamaica, tons of people from Jamaica, especially the type of work that I do. So, you know, I think that this movie definitely did it justice. I feel like, again, the movie captures the spirit and narrative the way it needs to be captured. So the storytelling was excellent. And really, that's all I have to say about that particular piece. Now, as far as character development, the narrative and remarkable making of the movie show compelling and authentic portrayal, and the characters developed through. They showed when he was young and how he started, and his mom had went away to the U.S. and then really he had Rita with him. And so that's something I didn't know. It was a lot of things I didn't know, but that really stood out to me. As far as the direction of the movie, it's directed in a way that really brings out the spirit and energy of Bob Marley's music and message. The director's style helped make the movie impactful by capturing the essence of Bob Marley's life and music. The movie also does a great job of showing Bob Marley's world through the visual elements and camera work. The scenes of Jamaica are vibrant and colorful, and they make you feel like you're right there with Bob Marley as he experiences the highs and lows of life. The camera work helps to capture the passion and emotion of Bob Marley's performances, make you feel the power of his music. So much so that I had actually created a playlist on my YouTube channel, Shackles Off TV, for everybody to hear. And it's not an extensive playlist, but it is a wonderful playlist. But overall, the director's style and the cinematography in One Love bring Bob Marley's stories to life, making it a powerful and moving experience for the audience. So next, I'm going to talk about the screenplay and dialogue. The dialogue in the One Love Bob Marley movie is really strong and meaningful. The characters talk in a way that feels real and genuine, and the things they say help to tell the story in a clear and interesting way. The dialogue is easy to understand, and even if you're not used to Jamaican accents, it keeps you interested in what is happening. The screenplay also does a great job of telling Bob Marley's story in a way that makes sense and keeps you interested. The movie moves smoothly from one part of Bob Marley's life to another. Like I said, there are some, pieces of the backstory you really don't understand, but it's also easy to follow along and understand what's happening, with the pacing. The way the story is structured makes you feel like you're right there with Bob Marley as he goes through all the ups and downs of his life. And it's really engaging movie that keeps you hooked from start to finish. And mind you, my husband and I went to see this. We went to the last show on Valentine's because my cousin Lene got married on Valentine's, and I posted that video for you to watch as well. Now, as far as the movie and the soundtrack, the music and the soundtrack of the movie One Love play a big role in telling Bob Marley's story and making it exciting to watch, of course. Like Bob Marley's famous reggae songs, really fits well with what's happening on the screen. When Bob Marley is performing or facing big moments in his life, the music helps us feel what he's feeling. It makes the movie more emotional and helps us connect with the story. Again, it's so much so that the next day I was just playing his music all day. The kids like, you must have saw the movie, my students. The movie also uses sounds like cheering crowds at concerts, the sounds of nature in Jamaica, and the rhythm of Bob Marley's music to make us feel we're right there with him. These sounds make the movie more real and enjoyable to watch. For example, when Bob Marley is performing, the sounds make us feel like we're at the concert, dancing and having a great time. And that gets us to our themes. And I think this is one of the main reasons why they came out with the movie on Valentine's Day, because we know that when we think of Valentine's, we think of love. So the movie One Love is all about spreading love, peace, and unity. It's about celebrating Bob Marley's music and the message of togetherness that he shared with the world. Throughout the movie, they talk about how music can bring people together, no matter where they're from or what they believe in. It also shows how Bob Marley used his music to speak out against injustice and inspire change. And y'all, I am reading from a teleprompter because it's a lot of information I want to make sure I get to you, because this movie is a very important movie and we really need it in this time of day. But let's talk about the relevance and the impact. So this is very important because love and unity is the message, and it's so relevant today. It teaches that no matter our differences, we can come together through music and love. This is something that can really inspire people to treat each other better and work toward a more peaceful world. The impact of these messages is big because it reminds us that we can make a difference by standing up for what's right and spreading love in our communities. Get up, stand up for your rights. All right. And that goes to that emotion, because music evokes, right? So emotes. And so as someone from Atlanta, Georgia, like myself, I really connected to this because it showed his love for his wife. Of course, he wasn't a perfect man, but he loved his family and the people of his country. The movie made me feel really connected to him and to Jamaica, the country. And I'm looking forward to going to Jamaica again in October. That'll be my second time. The movie made me feel inspired and touched by Bob Marley's deep love for his family and his country. And it showed me how much he cared about bringing people together through music. And he not only brought Jamaicans together, he brought people across the world, black, white, Chinese. They showed that in the movie. And so that was very effective and powerful. Because again, him singing about love and unity is something that we really need in 2024. That's something that we can never get out of, right? That is something that we all can connect to. Doesn't matter what culture, if you're in a first world country or a third world country, we all can, connect to loving and being loved, right? And also understanding how to have harmony with our people, because when he was producing, it was a time of war and turmoil in Jamaica. And so let me talk about some visual effects that kind of helped with the movie. They had some real cool stuff, and that's what visual effects are about. Of course, they used the effects for the big concerts. Of course, I know they weren't, shooting those concerts, but it made us feel like we were actually at those big concerts. That made the movie much more exciting and gave us an impact like we were in the concert. And that just speaks to the production design of the movie. The sets, the costumes, the props are very authentic. It took us back to how it probably looked in the 1970s. We coming out of the hippie movement and the love. It made me think of Motown. As well, how the sound of Motown at that time, even though, of course that was in Detroit and this is in Jamaica, but just talking about the production and the feel, what I would think of, what was going on at that time. So all of this really was just something that took me aback and really made me want to watch the movie again. So like I said, I did earlier compare this movie to Ray, and the only reason because that's one of my favorite biopics and the one I can think of off the top of my head. And of course, Tina Turner, the movie What's Love Got to Do with It? And ironically, it has the same theme. So, but if we were to compare this movie really to similar films, we would probably look at the movie The Harder They Come or the movie Marley, and you're gonna find some similarities in how they tell the stories of reggae music and its influential artists. And these films also focus on the culture and the social impact of reggae music, much like One Love. So you might want to check those out. And then so if you look at the cultural, historical, and social relevance of the movie in One Love, you get a glimpse into the life of Marley, of course, and how his music became a voice for the struggle and hopes of the Jamaican people. His song often carried messages of love, unity, and standing up against oppression. And this is so important because it shows how music can be a powerful tool for spreading messages of peace and standing up for what's right. All in all, Bob Marley's music and the reggae genre as a whole has had a big impact on music around the world. It's brought people together, and it helped bring issues of inequality and social justice. So watching One Love can help us understand the cultural and historical significance of Bob Marley's music and how it continues to inspire people today. So with that being said, I want to give you my overall impression. As you can see, I had a lot of positive comments to say about the movie. Thanks for staying in here this long. The movie, of course, is fantastic, and it tells an inspiring story of the legendary reggae artist Bob Marley. It captures his music life and the impact he had on the world, and the acting is top notch, and the film does a great job of portraying the struggles and triumphs of Bob Marley in a compelling way. And it's a movie that really captures the spirit of Bob Marley, so I highly recommend you watch it, and watch it this weekend. If you can leave your house right now and go watch it so they can get the views, because you know the first weekend is so important. I think anybody who loves great music and inspiring stories and excellent acting would love this movie. Even if you're not familiar with this music, it will connect you to his music and want you to listen to more of it. It's a must-see for universal themes of love, perseverance, and the power of music to bring people together. And I would definitely encourage you to watch it again and share it with your friends and family. And it's a film that leaves a lasting impression, and it's worth experiencing multiple times. So I give it a 9 out of 10 stars, again, only because I wanted to know a little bit more in depth about, you know, his life and him being a Rastafarian, and, you know, why did he choose to, you know, choose this and not. He wasn't a person who was bent on trying to make a lot of money. He wanted to make an impact. I really wanted to connect more with that, you know, like his backstory, and I just didn't get enough of it. I think they could have gave me a little bit more, 15 minutes, just to give me some more background. That's why it doesn't have a 10 out of 10. But thank you so much for listening this whole time. Please like, comment, and subscribe so that YouTube can push out more videos like this. And this is Shanika Bridges Matthew, founder of Shackles Off TV. And remember to take the shackles off your mind and learn something new. And when you watch good movies like this, you certainly will. Have a great day.